Hi, welcome back to a Nomad Tale. In this episode, we're going to challenge the notion that Black Ops are reserved strictly for the elite. By looking past the ship's primary use case, we can, on occasion and with prudence, add new tools to our repertoire. And as we've now come to expect, we're going to continue exploring and appreciating the quirks of this beautiful sandbox.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
There it is. Oh, you're in trouble. Wow, that was fucking amazing. That was exactly what you're supposed to do to get the Asteros, right? Okay, I never thought this would happen, but we might be taking out a venture with our ventures here. It's kind of surreal. Holy crap. It's happening. We're killing a venture with our ventures.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty.
We did it. Holy shit. Alright, that was so cool. He must have just got here too. Because the rats aren't here yet. Wild. Alright, we're getting ready to move our Panther into the wormhole for the first time. This is pretty cool. Basically what we had to do was to needlejack around long enough to where we could get to our outgate, since our outgate is in horde space, right? It was a bit of a journey to get close enough to jump to in one go. But anyway, what we're left with here is a setup where essentially all we have to do is light a sino, take a jump, and we're good to go. Basically, since local is empty, this is probably the easiest thing ever. Just gonna go ahead and do a couple decloaks. And we're gonna drop a sino. We're gonna right click and we're gonna go jump 2. Jump. And then once our battleship is here, we're simply gonna pop on into that hole there. We'll do a little micro cloak trick, show you how fast we are. Ooh, that's quick. And we'll pop in. Get ourselves nice and safe. True strange. So we'll align, cloak micro. And we will warp off. So the crazy thing about blops is that they move so fast when they're cloaked, especially nowadays, is that you really don't even have to micro cloak trick. You can just cloak and align and drop cloak and warp, right? Just about. Because you only need 75% of your maximum velocity. Yeah. Anyway, our Panther is in J space now. Sorry for my voice. A little screwed up today. But yeah, we're gonna talk in depth about this Panther and what our ideas and goals are with it. Alright, so we have here a Blops in K-space, in Empire space. And what we're going to do here is jump the Blops and the Blockade Runner at the same time from Empire space, using this ship and the interdictor to protect it. We're going to jump them from Empire right on into J-space. Essentially what we're doing is returning a Blops into a jump freighter. Now look at this map. You'll see Jita over here. And you'll notice that we can go in Empire, in high sec, all the way to the system, and we can do one jump to a nullsec system. And in that nullsec system is our nullsec static exit, right? Sino, do a conduit jump, make sure you're in fleet, in the right area, everybody's good to go. And drop a bubble just to confuse people what I'm doing. And here we are. First things first, get the Blops right inside. That's very important. We'll get the Blockade Runner in next. These are the vulnerable units. But put all of your attention right on the Blops. That's the most expensive unit you have. So do a micro cloak trick here. Crane's gonna pop through. And off we go. And again, the bubble was pretty much just to confuse these guys if they were watching the hole, so they wouldn't have easy access to it. I was just a little wary about them. But yeah, so we're getting everybody in here. And if you look real quick, one jump, we go from Empire straight to our wormhole. So here we have a prospect that wandered into J-space and through one of the high stack exits, and it's currently dying to two ventures. Awkward stuff. For sure. I'll warp the Pilgrim back to the perch over there. And just let these guys finish it off, since I don't think he can get out at this point. Unless I screw up the cap or something too bad. Pretty wild. The Venture's just closing in on the prospect. I never thought I'd get so much action with these Ventures. Oh, he left it. Crazy. Get the bottom. Dang. Alright, well, we can't actually fly these, so let's just, I don't know, actually. Do we kill it? Did we kill this thing? We're gonna leave it. I don't really care to kill it. That was hilarious. We made him eject and run off. He's got a slow-mo to it? No way. Bum, 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 bum. So there is a heron somewhere around here. Let's find out where he is. It's just out of safe. So basically what that means is we have to combat scan him. To do that, we're gonna have to online, offline a couple things here. Okay. Basically, auto pull him as soon as you can. Warp the fleet there within 20, within 10. And now we decloak, overheat, point. I didn't mean to decloak my pilgrim, that was a bit of a mistake. But we're gonna give him a nice ram here. Yeah, he's super in trouble now. Oh, he got off, no. Damn. Whoa. What's all this about? Another heron? Okay, where's he going? Just sitting here? He's gonna die unless he moves. He's going somewhere. Where are you going? Back into the hole. That's not gonna serve you. He's gonna get caught here, I think. Let's see if we can get him here. Yeah, he's super fucked. He should be polarized. Relic analyzer. Okay. I don't know if he speaks English, that's why I said drop items. We basically tried to ransom him, but I don't think he was interested in playing ball there, so. Oh well. I'm curious, can you scan pods? Does that work? We're gonna find out, and then we'll kill him. Oops, we targeted ourselves. I'm curious, like, you can't see implants? Okay. One more time, just for fun. Okay. So I didn't want to kill him, but like, it's like, just drop your loot, bro. Maybe he doesn't speak English. I don't know. Oh well. Didn't realize they had to be out of the fleet. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, it's a lot of people. So Eve has come a long way since I originally started playing it. Something I just noticed, it's probably been here quite some time. Never really paid much attention to it. But something I noticed and I really liked was for ships with jump drives, like Capitals and Black Ops, right? You can actually open the world map now, the galaxy map, and it shows you your jump range right on that little kind of quasi 2D map. And that's just wonderful because that allows us to not even need dot land, really. I mean, our procedure is pretty much the same every time. We pull the Black Ops and the Blockade Runner, this guy. We pull them out of the hole. We get them to a safe in that system. We Poshvin haul them back to Jita. Then, on our Ops battleship, we simply look at the map and find the closest high-sec system to our exit. This time, of course, we could just walk there, right? We could technically just walk right in there, but the problem is the system is being watched by Shadow Cartel, and you know, there's a Loki here, this guy, and a guy doing some very conspicuous venture mining. So there's stuff going on here. I would prefer to probably just put the stuff right on top of the hole here. So we'll probably be blopsing back in. So in order to do that, we want to get to a couple of jumps more. Maybe Sivala would be close. If not Sivala, then Hatakani would definitely be close enough. Basically, that's where we're trying to get to. 3 or 4 jumps, looks like. Okay, local finally cleared up for the most part, so the time is now. And this does make me nervous because I'm dealing with Shadow Cartel here, but I think what we'll do is just go for it, right? Just the freaking go for it. Oh, look at that. What the fuck? Spikes up as soon as I want to do it again. Alright, we're gonna go. We're gonna go, we're gonna go, we're gonna go. So basically, you kind of want to get as close to that thing as possible, so what we'll do is... Okay, so we're just hitting it now. So we stop, light the cyno. Now we come over here, conduit jump to calcid. Okay. This is so scary, dude. And then we go right into the wormhole. What the f was that? I just orbited it like a hooligan. Anyway, let's go in. Alright, so the Panther's in. Looking good. Let's get into a safe. We'll cloak micro the Panther because I'm not playing around. And there we go. Panther's in. Blockade runner is in. And lastly, this guy's in. Man, that's rough with Shadow Cartel right there. Still got it done though. Okay, so there is an event going on, and in this event, when you destroy somebody's ship, they actually drop all of their loot on the floor, right? And what happened here was I made a very embarrassing and bad mistake that I will have to own up to. I got my blockade runner killed in Jita. There's literally no excuses for it. The factors that led into that poor decision were I was tired, and there's more people out here that are ready to pounce on people because of that event, right? So it's kind of the perfect storm, but either way, I made critical errors with my decision making and my vigilance. And I lost my blockade runner, full of gas, right? So that's really devastating. But there's kind of a bit of a silver lining here. And if you're looking at my cargo right now, you might already be figuring that out. Because this was a full loot event, all of my gas dropped to the floor. If you look at this kill mail here, you'll see that these people killed me and then people looted all the modules real quick and everything's small, but they left the gas ostensibly because they weren't prepared with a big enough ship to loot it. But the crazy thing is, like, it's been like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes since I died. I don't know exactly, but nobody went to get a Miasmos or like a DST to loot that. Nobody even tried. Like, if I saw that, I would have gone and tried to loot it in a line and warp real quick and not get fragged. But, like, I don't know. I'm pretty blown away with what happened here. Yeah, we lost an 800 million kill mail blockade runner. Yeah, we talk all this junk about being safe and how serious we take it. We took an L. We took an L today. But somehow, through sheer luck, we've managed to recuperate 75% of the ISK value of this loss. They set it up, they got the kill, but they weren't ready to scoop this. And somehow, we were. We'll take it. We'll shoot like 10 or so rounds, just see if anybody reacts to this. If not, we'll open up with the prot. Okay. It's looking like nobody's bothering. But you really never know, so we'll be vigilant. We'll go to that one up there.
To give the commands to a drone requires you to have an active target.
Okay, so now we just have this selected, align. We could always leave our drones if somebody comes. Take the guns off. Let the drones do the work. Let the drones do the work, they'll get it done. Switch the lines again. Okay, we got it. Pull drones. Keep descanning. This guy can go for the loot. 56 mil. Cool. We'll take it. We will take it. Got our drones back. And we will cloak. And you're good. So first things first. Pull the pilgrim back through.
Overdrive active.
And we'll pull the Eris back through.
Overdrive
Keep the
active.
Proteus aligned. Cool. Probably a lot of effort and time and thought just to kill an MTU, but we made 56 mil, which was pretty good for the amount of time we spent, and we would have killed anybody that tried to defend that, surely. So, worth it. Alright, so here's a wild one. Just getting my ships ready real quick. Alright. So I'm gonna go in, tackle this retriever if I can. I think I have his bookmark. There it is. And then we will try to hold him and kill him with a Panther. I don't know. Be funny. It'll look like a blob skill. I think it was at this belt. I mean, I kind of half guessed. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him. Oh, he got off? Oh, that was one tick away. That was crazy. Nice one. Try a little login trap. I got to him pretty dang quick last time, not gonna lie. Alright, it's been like 3 or 4 minutes, not too long. We'll just see if he falls for it. If not, no worries. Nope, didn't fall for it. Good man. Good man. I'm not sure this will work, but let's check something out. So there's a... Somebody has an orca here. There it is. What I'm interested in is seeing if I can bump it before it warps off. I almost want to show you how easy this is to bump. And like, I'm in a slow ship, you know what I mean? He warped off. That was a pretty quick line time. Definitely didn't cloak micro though. I was pretty impressed by how fast he got off. But if he would have cloaked microed, I wouldn't even be able to target him by the time he got off, so definitely want to be doing that. So there is a Tengu ratting in here, which is interesting. There he is. Who is that? Interesting. I think this is a low sacker. Day tripping. Oh, interesting. What you got on here? I don't know Tengus very well. Oh my god, it's a Loki. Yo. Oh, it's Iron Inquisition. Okay, I see. I see. Oh, this is that class 4. Interesting. We went through, so let's warp there now. We could totally f him up. If he pops back through, we'll bubble him. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Oh, 2 splash? 1 splash? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. That was only 1. That's him. He's got polarity still. Let's see what happens. Come on. He's waiting polarity out. Smart guy. Smart guy. So we can get him. Yeah, we got him. I think he's got polarity. We're gonna have to overheat. Did he go through? He went through. See if we can catch him. Darn, I think we missed him. Where'd he go? He went to Labapi. Darn. Good try. He managed polarity well. See, that's why you have to manage it. Because, like, what else are you doing, you know? It was pretty exhilarating, actually. If he didn't manage his polarity there, he would have died without question. That's my analysis there. Dude probably legit shit himself. That was actually really fun. I did everything perfectly. Waited, decloaked, stalked him. He just played it perfectly and didn't get caught by polarity. So fair play to him. Fair play to him. I'm gonna go lick my wounds. It's weird that I didn't have a full clip on my gun. Either way, we'll be done with that because now they are aware of my presence, and we will take a little break. That was really cool though. I'm getting pretty decent at setting those up. Like, as soon as I see somebody, I understand polarity. If they don't respect it, they're gonna die. We can get the decloak. I was actually about to assist drones, but I decloaked them manually, so those cruisers move too slow. Good stuff. Alright, so check this out. Because my setup has evolved a lot over the months, I no longer have like super easy access to like the ability to crush ghost sites. What I did last time was run to Jita and basically get my ship and bring it back, and that's really not always really convenient. Doubly so when we're talking about a low sec ghost site, right? What I'm going to do instead is I just have a standard Tech 1 probe here I bought it like 2 jumps away. And I just put some mods on it. Data analyzer, cargo scanner, SIBO, micro warp drive, etc. And I'm literally just going to go in here. I'm not going to set a timer. Not going to do anything. I'm just going to go right in there, turn our SIBO on. And we're just going to do a little cherry picking. And if the probe dies, I'm just going to moonwalk away and not care at all. Best case scenario, you know? Get something nice. Nothing crazy, but something nice. Alright, let's start cherry picking here. 41 milli. I'll take that. Nothing in there. 9 mil, 9 mil. Last one is 10 mil. Yeah, let's try to take this. Why not? Basically, we get up nice and close. Still got plenty of time. Alright, now we turn this on. And just kind of enjoy ourselves here. You know, what's the worst that could happen? We lose a probe? If that's the worst that can happen, I think we're in pretty good shape. Cool. So now what we do is, get the heck out of here. There's a freaking endurance in here. That's pretty wild. It's this Vito guy. I wonder if he's like over here or something. I almost want to go look, but I don't want to abandon the post, you know? We need to keep our adventures nice and safe. I don't really want to kill the tower. It's not even worth the security status hit. It's pretty funny. Fascinating. So it's hard to tell if they're waiting for someone to come through or what's actually happening here. Oh, they're going. One went, two went. One went? Okay. Looks like one entered. Is that what happened? Okay, there is Kurtza, and there's the Drake of Epic. Okay, they're back. Looks like everybody's aligning. Where are we going? Okay, we're going to the class 4. Okay, interesting. Damn, I want to check it out. There I go. Look at this guy. I could just stab him right now. he goes. Alright, so this is kind of neat. We are in a class 1 today, and, well, we've poked into one rather. We're still outside of it with all of our characters, and inside of it is this citadel. And if you play Eve and you know much about citadels, or really anything at all, you're going to be like, okay, wait a second, how are you seeing it on your overview if you're not near it? That is because this is a free port, okay? And how this works is a group of people put together a service, if you will, where they anchored a bunch of Astra houses in low-class J-space, and they took over the Pocos. And what they do is they keep the tax low, and they let you use the free ports to do your PI with your alts, right? If we look over here, you can see they advertised in the past for it, but this is kind of like a little blurb. Some interesting notes. They do have like a military, which I believe helps them anchor. I don't think it helps them defend, but either way, they have a Discord. I've been there. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of people that use it, and it looks like a really useful service for anybody that is, you know, interested in getting really good PI from JSpace without setting it all up on their own. So, yeah, if you've never considered PI before because you thought it wouldn't be worth it, maybe it's time to look into Worm Life Freeport operations and see what they're all about. My only caveat is I have not personally used it. I don't know all the specifics. Maybe it's not as good as I think, who knows, but it certainly seems cool, and I think it's probably worth a check out if you are looking to get some extra passive income with some characters. Alright, so just hanging out in my system before, and a new SIG popped up, and it led us here to a high-sec system with that beautiful cloud ring nebula over there, right? So if we see that, we know we're pretty far west. We're going to be pretty far from Jita, and we're going to have to cross low-sec. Like, you know those three things if you've been playing for a little bit. Fortunately, we already made a run earlier, so we're good on that. But what I kind of feel like doing, since we have a high-sec connection here, is I kind of feel like yanking the whole crew out of the hole, right? I've been kind of wanting to reset for a little bit here. I've already made a couple billion on gas, etc. Had a couple close calls in PvP. I kind of want to reset a little bit, do a little bit of injecting, extracting, etc., etc. And set up more of my skill farms. So long story short, what we're doing is moving a bunch of very, well, to me, very valuable stuff around right now. We're going to try to do it in one fell swoop. There's really not a whole lot that can go wrong here, but we'll try to be at least a little bit smart about how we do this. So warp. Warp you. Warp you. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of our ships into high sec, and then we're just going to have them chill here, and then we'll Poshfin haul them back to Jita instead of going through low. We could also blop some stuff to Tama and then just like pull it through the gate if, you know, if we feel like it. It's a bunch of options as to how we can get back from now, but I just love the fact that at any time I can just be like, yeah, I think I want to do a reset if there's a high-sec connection like this, and I can just pull everything I own through it and then just be totally reset and just take my time and get back to Jita. It's a little bit trickier with the Orca because you could die in high-sec, but we're not currently using the Orca, so that's not really much of a concern right now. And even then, you could always just Poshfin haul the Orca over and over and over again until it hits really close to Jita and you get like a Senda. But either way, we're going to pull the hardware out. We just pulled a Porpoise, a Crane, and a Panther out, which is a fair amount of ISK, especially since we're carrying a bunch of stuff on all these, right? And it's weird because I just made a run to Jita before. And like literally like an hour ago. So it would have been nice if I could have skipped that, but I just noticed this hole popped up. So instead of, you know, worrying about being hyper efficient or anything like that, all we did here was simply just accept the fact that we got this random connection and rolled with it. So what I'll do now is pull all the rest of my ships out. We'll start posturing hauling some of this stuff. And we will do a full reset and see where we go from there. We have a lot of systems seeded. We have so many systems seeded now, so we kind of get our pick of the litter in terms of, you know, in terms of where we want to go. So because we're in Poshvin and we're waiting on a timer, and because Eve Metro is on my D-scan, right? We're going to talk real quick about what that is, that Eve Metro thing. I actually looked it up. It's a website. And what it basically is it works the same way as the Signal Cartel Thera bookmark folder, where they can give you access to it. And they bookmark ways in and out of Poshvin instead of Thera. But you pay 50 million to get in, which is then distributed in some capacity to the people that scan, which is publicly available. So it's kind of like a gig economy thing, right? People sign up to scan, collect the money paid by the people that access the service. It's pretty cool. I don't use Poshvin enough, I think, right now for me to get too much value out of this. You can already see kind of how this works. You have a map with SIGs, and I think these are probably anoms. I don't know. Are these anoms or SIGs? I would hope they're SIGs. And they're not just putting anoms here, because that would be pointless. We can test this. Hold on. We're in Attila. There's RBI. Okay, well, it's not even... But that's not taken away from it. But basically, it could also be gone as well. Basically, what we're going to use this for is to find really convenient connections to and around K-Space. In case we see them, they might save us time and effort, and for 50 million, it was worth checking out. I think this is, again, more for people that live and play here on the regular, but I thought it was pretty neat and worth showing. They did a pretty good job. Looks like a useful tool for those that are here a lot. This is really interesting. There's a group of people here that have a defense fleet, and they're using it to protect their freighter. They're gonna freight through Losec. This is crazy. Oh, here they're gonna land. Look at this. You don't see this every day, do you? Look how slow they are because of the freighter. Wow, that's so cool. I've never seen anything like that. Those are real players. Wow. And there he goes. I don't think he wants to target me for real. Okay, now I'm super stoked about this. This is amazing. We have changed our scanner from that stero that we saw earlier, that was temporary, to a Helios. That's like really sick for us because even though the Astera has combat capabilities, we weren't going to train into anything that really let it fight. We didn't even have EC drones, honestly. And we also couldn't use a nullifier on it. So with this guy, we now have a nullifier. We're still doing our goofy kind of long range cargo scanning setup with it, but overall this is going to keep us safer, and we can also put a Sino on this later, so lots of stuff to do here, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm like really awesomely happy that we have. I've been spending most of my time on this character lately, so I really want to put some effort into making it comfortable. And in order to do that, we had to train like some basic scanning and get him into Covops, so. Alright, this is awesome. What we're doing here is living in the Shattered. It has a low and a nullsec static, so we have easy access to use our Black Ops and jump out of here, or we can get ships in pretty easily, and we have a lot of stuff to do. We can go into low and find gas and do ratting. We can enjoy J space, and we can also go into null. All through this system. It's pretty cool. I'm recording now because I just found Vast Frontier Reservoir right here, and crucially a Vital Core Reservoir. Now this is a class 3, and if you remember all the way back to episode 1, maybe 2, we talked about how Shattered systems don't follow the normal rules of class site spawning. So despite the fact that we're in a class 3, we still get access to the tier 3 gas sites, which are called cores. We still get access to them in here, so they can still spawn. So long story short, we've basically been chilling in this system, and it suits all of our needs really well. So we'll probably put a seed here and fall back on this place time and time again if we need to. With the Porpoise strategy and the Black Ops strategy, we're able to pretty much be much more safe and more mobile than we were with the Orca. So really, Shattereds are now on the menu for us. You know, we will probably be spending a lot of time in Shattered holes from now on. So yeah, let's get these gas clouds today. And I mean, both of these spawned today, so I could even leave one for tomorrow and it would still be there. But we're gonna try to get both. While we do some other things on the computer, we'll have the gas mining in the background. Should be cool. I'm excited. Alright, so we have made a lot of progress on this Vital Core already, which is just wonderful because progress on a Vital Core means money for us, right? Right. Let's align these and start scooping once again. You notice we only did it with 3 characters because on our 4th character we have our Porpoise over here. We're going to double dip on time here. We're going to keep huffing on 3 of our guys, and with our 4th, well, this is technically our 3rd account, but with the 4th character we are going to grab this container, put this in our mining hold, stop the ship, go ahead and fire up our compressor. What? Oh no. Not like this. No, I'm out of heavy water. This is actually like crisis mode. It's actually not that bad. Alright, so that's pretty funny. I actually ran out of heavy water on my Porpoise. So I couldn't compress all this gas that I have. But I just wanted to take a second after we brought our blockade runner out with some more heavy water. I just want to take a second to show have got a big chunk of that vital core reservoir already, which I think is... Where's the stack? It's this stack. This is also a couple other smaller sites in there as well, but you can see 1 billion in the estimated value. And I do believe there's still another couple rounds left in that vital. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty much every time a vital spawns or an instrumental spawns, we're getting a huge stack of ISK headed our way, assuming we can remember to put heavy water. Right? Alright, so I have found a ghost site in the system I'm crashing. And since I'm no longer doing the whole store ships in New Yorka on the regular, and I'm instead sitting in ships more often, I'm going to have to once again use a burner ship. So I dipped into J space, or K space. I bought a Tech 1 frigate, and I threw a data analyzer and a micro on it. Basically what we're doing is we're going to rush the site right now. We're not going to waste any time whatsoever. We're going to go right to it. And we're going to scan stuff down. Okay, 10 mil. Magpie in there. 28 mil. Okay, I guess we'll go for the Magpie. I don't know how much that's worth, but it's something, right? Hack. Rule of 6 all the way down. 2, 1. Oh, it's gonna be right here. We can't get it, sadly. We need some power up. Here we go. We got it. Shit, we missed it. This isn't good. Yes! Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. And basically, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not even gonna stay to hack another can because we're in this throwaway setup. It's already been 1.5 minutes. I don't see any reason to push our luck. I don't know how much this is worth. I should probably learn the loot and see how much they're worth. Oh, look at that. Yo. How cool is that? We finished the vital core. Hooray. Now the rats have nothing to guard. Anyway, let's get this loot back to the can. We're going to put it in the porpoise, compress it. We'll take one final look at the gas we have managed to collect on a casual level in the past couple days. And then maybe we'll hit this Vast Frontier reservoir and take that too, either maybe today or tomorrow or whatever. And then we'll do a nice little Poshvin haul back to Jita with all of our loot. And then we'll Black Ops conduit jump back to the hull. Pretty sure we have way too much gas to haul back in one go with normal means, so the Poshvin haul thing is going to be really cool. Overall, a successful operation. So far, we do have to get it back and sell it, but no big deal. Alright, this is really weird. Totally inconsequential, but weird nonetheless. And I'm not sure how I never noticed this, or if this is something new or what. I probably just never noticed it. But we have our ventures here, 4 of them, all stacked up, doing some mining. And if we position ourselves so that we're looking down on our venture, and then we put the rats at 12 o'clock, we do that for all 4 of our clients. I want you to pay attention. So we're going to cycle through them. Ready? This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay? We're in the same spot, all looking at the exact same angle. Let's go through them again. See if you notice something weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you didn't catch it, that's okay. You're probably not looking at the right thing. What I'm trying to show you here is, which is fair by the way, there's a lot going on. What I'm trying to show you here is, look at the cloud. Look at that. Same cloud, right? But totally different model. So I don't know what is going on there. Maybe when you land on a grid for each client, it just generates a kind of a puffy little cloud thing, you know? Because like, there's no way that's the same cloud. It's definitely not. So again, it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was neat as I keep cycling between them so you can keep seeing it. I mean, look at that. It's totally different cloud. The clouds themselves are really misleading because the clouds are a perfect sphere in the game, the code, right? But they're very much so not a sphere in their models. So that's kind of a confusing part about gas for first timers. But yeah, I thought that was neat. The gas cloud you see is not the same one that your friend sees. Very odd. Alright. I just have to show this because this blows my mind. So if you're in a blob ship and you have any type of speed mods fit or anything, like I have a few nanos. I have 1 nano.
Approaching Stargate.
You can click a line, click your cloak, and then almost warp right away. Like here, watch this. Let's see if I do the time right. So I'm going to click align, cloak, spam warp, and then we're going to decloak. And look what happens. Are already warping. Do you see that? So you can align, wait 1 tick. Cloak, wait 1 tick. Decloak and warp, pretty much. Like, I didn't realize it was like that. I've been like micro cloak tricking when things are important or anything, and micro cloak tricking is still good because it can get you out of bubbles and it makes people harder to decloak you. But we're gonna try this one more time here. If you can warp that fast, I'm just gonna do it at max speed with no delay or anything. If you can do it that fast, that's pretty wild. So what we do is we spam, we wait for it to pop up in the top right. We spam align, click cloak, and we decloak and click warp. And we're in warp. Look at that. Wow. Alright, I want to see this one more time, but I want the camera to be locked so you can see how screwed up it looks when it warps. Ready? Fresh system, and we align cloak, spam warp, and let cloak go. Now watch. I mean, look at that. It's like not even close to being aligned when you're already like halfway to the destination. I'm still aligning when I'm landing. That's really cool. And makes me absolutely love this ship even more somehow, if that's even possible. Love it. As I run to Dodixie to pick up a few things, I cannot help but once again be utterly mesmerized by the artwork in here, right? I mean, dang. Look at that nebula. Very detailed and color rich. And just so expansive. I mean, dang, I really like the way that looks. Super cool. Okay, so there's a magnet there. Interesting. How could there still be oh, he's back. He's in big trouble. What are you doing, champ? He's trying to escape. Not today. This is a level 5 data site. I don't even know what is that? Oh. Oh. What the okay. Well, that's interesting. I almost want to stop scanning and just go look at that real fast. In fact, let's do that. So it says this is a shattered only site that has relic and data cans that may or may not explode, I guess. Oh, look, somebody's already came. Damn. Look, somebody's already been here. They hacked one of them. That's not boding well for us. Look at all these cans. So what this is a site called Silent Battleground, and in the middle there is a destroyed Revenant, right? Which is a faction big boy ship. And kind of what's going down here is there's like a million data and relic cans, kind of like the combat sites, but there's no rats here, right? At all. So long story short, this is a pretty unique site. It only appears in Shattereds, and it's pretty rare at that. So it would be kind of cool if I can get a souvenir from here before I get killed. Alright, so before I leave this Shattered system that I've been camping in for quite some time now, I want to take a second just to appreciate a little detail-oriented decoration that I stumbled upon. In Shattered systems, there is a beacon near the sun called the Epicenter. This Epicenter is full of decorations and it has a couple weak rats in it as well. But the decorations that I want to point to and kind of look at for a second are these wormholes. And if you get close enough to where you can click on them, they're labeled violent wormholes, right? Stable exotic radicals pouring from the tear imply that using it would be catastrophic. Obviously, that prevents us from going through them. But we would look at them real quick and remember that we can kind of predict where they would come out in K-space based on nebular patterns. We can immediately see that, okay, here's Cloud Ring, right? There's Cloud Ring to the right. And here's Jita, the blue cloud. So a rational mind might assume that we're looking from about this angle, roughly this angle. And I say that angle because the green is completely hidden by the blue. And wouldn't you know it, that up here is Jove space. Now, why we can't see this nebula if we're actually in Jove space, I don't know. Why that southwest line rather, is down there, I don't know. The angles are a little weird. I'm not entirely sure. But I would suspect that these are meant to indicate that they leave through Jove space. So, kind of a neat little detail. And I do believe that shattered wormholes were introduced into Eve during that, the Ray patch or whatever. And there was a bunch of lore around that time associated with Jove and sleepers and stuff, so this kind of is a little detail that ties it together, and thought it was worth highlighting, even, many years, maybe 10 years later. I don't know the exact dates, so cool. Good job, art team and detail team, whoever decided to do that. I also don't know what that really bright thing is. Is that meant to be the sun right next to where it comes out? Okay, probably, yeah. Makes sense. Cool. Alright, we're gonna do another little reset here. And unlike the previous reset, this one is not conveniently close to Jita. We are all the way, just about as far as you could possibly be from Jita in Empire. But we don't really care where we are, because we're just going to Poshvin haul everybody back slowly anyway, right? Right. Oh wow, I never knew that the map showed from... Whoa, that's really cool how it shows gate to gate like that. Anyway. Okay. Let us once again Poshvin the crew. Let's go. So step 1 is get the Panther cloaked, just in case somebody does combat scan ya. You really don't want the Panther to go down. Then the porpoise. So many people. Next, the porpoise can go up. Okay, he's cloaked. Porpoise is cloaked. Interdictor's good as well. Let's go. Easy jumps, yo. Love it. Love it. Yeah, so that is the fastest way to get your ventures back to Jita from a far distance. Instead of Poshvin hauling them, you just strip the modules off the ventures, drop them on the ground, and then self-destruct. Alright, so I'm actually going to take the plunge right now and do something that is quite difficult to do. And the more comfortable you are with how you're doing things now, the harder stuff like this is to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to photon. Okay. So what we're going to do is we have to do a little restart here. No problem. And then after I use the Loki to kind of set up photon real quick, I'm going to take a moment and show you how to copy your settings between your accounts pretty quickly and easily, so that you only have to set up your account once and then everything else will match it. So first of all, let's go ahead and hop in the game now that we've turned photon on. And I have used this before when I came back. It looks really nice, but I had some issues with it then, but they've done some work on it, and I think I'm gonna try to fully embrace it now. But anyway, right off the bat, a lot of this stuff is now redundant because we can do stuff like this, right? Put it in compact mode. Wait, I don't know how to do that now. Thought there was a way to do that. Oh, is it locked? Ah. There you go. See, now we can just make local. It's a little stupid the way they have it set up there. Anyway, we can just kind of like do that and then pull that in. Okay. There we go. Local is now just a little window here. Cool. So now let's go ahead and undock. We're really only concerned with in space. Everything else we can set up at our leisure. Alright, so the saved locations window is here. Let's go to the undock. And something I noticed before that I kind of forgot about was the velocity meter down here is now dark with light text instead of the other way around, so kind of neat. Anyway, let's warp to the filament so we don't have to load all these ships. And then take a look at what we have here. I mean, everything's going to be kind of... We can kind of keep stuff similar to where it was, but the thing is, I think we get way more control over... Okay, here we go. We get more control over some of these window sizes. I think that's the result, right? Let's just play around with it. I'm not going to keep anything as it is. This is kind of like how we had it before. And then over here, my main problem with it was the overview. I felt like you could see less information because there was more padding between things, right? Pretty much all of these windows has a nice compact mode. I mean, look at this. They did a good job, actually. Locations, nice and compact. This doesn't have one because why would it need one? But crucially, the compact overview mode. See, this is what we had before. See how it was like extra roomy? Compact overview puts it right back to where it was. Look at this. This is like the same thing. See that? Turbo guy. So, needless to say, we got another one over here. Yeah, we got another one. See? What about over here? Oh my gosh. The compact modes are out of control. Look at this. This is nuts. Crazy. Getting so much more real estate. Alright, so I will personally say that the whole photon takes up too much real estate, no longer the case. It's good to go. Alright, now let me show you how to copy settings. Sorry about that. Alright, so check it out. I'm going to show you how to copy your settings between your alts and your alt accounts all the same, okay? Here's how you do it. It's really easy. First, go to this path here. It's app data folder. Local CCP Eve, C underscore Eve underscore shared cache, TQ tranquility. Your name might be a little different. It's going to be similar to that. You'll find it. Once you get in here, you're going to see cache and settings default. Go ahead and go into settings default. You're going to see a varying amount of files. I have a lot since I have a lot of characters. You're basically going to see at least one file for every character and every account you own, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to find the character that you want to copy settings from. This is really easy to do. All you have to do is log into that character and then log off. And then come back to this folder and sort it by date modified and you'll see it right at the top there, okay? So go ahead and copy that. In fact, mine's not at the top because I did some other stuff, but yours will be right at the top. So you want to copy the core underscore character and core underscore user of the one you want to copy from. So the two most at the top. And here's what you do. You grab those. So for me, it's going to be this one and that one. And then you go back up a folder and you paste them here. All right. Now what I want you to do is to take the core user and I want you to paste it as many accounts as you have. And then I want you to take the core car and do that for as many characters as you have. Okay? Now, for the fun part, all right? You want to rename all of these into matching your character and account IDs. If you don't know what character is what ID, that's fine. All you have to do is go back into settings default and you just have to note down all of the IDs here, right? There'll be one for each character, one for each account. Note them down. I already have mine written down, but you're going to have to note those down. And then all you got to do is come in here, right? Real simple. Like, I already have my stuff, so I'm just going to start copying stuff. Copy that. Copy that. That. And that. Okay, so now we just updated all of our user profiles. Now we have to do our IDs, right? We already have that one. Now we go here. We go here. We'll do this all the way through. Okay, so once you have everything copied, and make sure everything's done for there's no duplicates, grab them all and then drag them back into settings default, and then you're going to want to replace all of them. Replace, just like that, okay? Now, you're going to boot up Steam. You can just go ahead and close this folder at this point, but you might as well leave it open in case you're screwed up. Pull it off the stream here. And what we'll do is we'll log in and we'll see that all of our accounts are now synced with their settings, okay? Okay, so here's our hauler, and here's our trader. Notice everything is exactly the same. If we open market and stuff, everything's exact same spots. So that's how you do it. I hope this helped if you didn't already know, and if you already knew, well, you know, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Docking request accepted.
So earlier in this episode, I talked about how the interior of that station I was in was really cool, and would you know it, a patch came out, and in this patch they made the interior of citadels into something more dynamic and objectively cooler. I mean, there's really no way around it. I mean, look at this station, see how it's like detailed? I'm actually hooked up to a dock now. There's control panels, holograms, billboards, right? So it looks way more, you know, lively, realistic, right? Here's the thing, though. They didn't just make it cooler looking. They made this actually a real dock. Watch this. If I double click on my Sweeple, the camera snaps over all the way over here. And now we're on the Sweeple. I mean, come on. Let's find the Loki. I can already see it. It's in the back. It's up here. Look. Now we go to the Loki. I don't know how many ships you can have here. I don't know if there's a limit to that. I don't know how that works. But, like, that's some of the coolest darn stuff I've ever seen in EU. Screw walking in stations. I just want to look at my ships in stations. I mean, ship spinners right now are literally losing their mind. They're like, oh my god. We just got the campaign mode for ship spinning. Yeah, I don't know. This is cool. Really, really cool. So one thing I noticed when I'm in the interdictor going for decloaks is that, you know, it's often very close. You're only a couple hundred meters away from missing it when you do get it. And a while ago I was thinking about like trying to jettison stuff, you know what I'm talking about, like jettison a can, or, you know, I was thinking about taking stacked containers and then jettisoning them all at once, like I showed you with the POS mods. So I was thinking about ways that you could drop a lot of items all at once around you to extend your sphere of decloaking. You're basically making it easier to decloak something if you drop a lot of items, right? I had the idea, what if, and hear me out here, what if you dropped bodies, right? Instead of like cans or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you can drop unlimited bodies. So I'm just gonna drop like a crap load. And let's say I'm going for a chase right now and I'm right near a guy, but I'm like 100 meters away. If I do this, yeah, look at this. Look at that. So I don't want to do the math now, but you could totally do the math, right? So it drops it 1250 away. And so, and you can drop unlimited, apparently. I mean, this surely you should not be dropping like hundreds at the time, because that would be bad for the server if everybody was doing it all the time. Surely, I don't know the details, but I think dropping like 10 or 20 wouldn't be that bad as long as you didn't do it all the time. But what I was thinking is that like having a bunch of corpses in this interdictor, and when I go for those crucial decloaks, I was thinking about just dropping a bunch of bodies on the ground. You know what I mean? Man, wouldn't that be a trip if you're that guy and you get decloaked by a swarm of bodies? Like, that's got to be the scariest thing ever. So when I decided to experiment with the Black Ops battleship, I mostly had transportation options in mind, but I won't lie, I kind of fantasized about like dropping it on people, or using it in PvP, or having to escape with it, or something like that, right? I kind of secretly hoped that would be the case. Of course, with my risk-adverse playstyle and stuff like that, obviously I didn't really get up to any trouble, but what I have been doing is actually ratting with it. And I know that seems really janky, and for all intents and purposes it is kind of janky, but in low and null you can rat with your blops, and like it's definitely the safest thing possible to do this with. I mean, it has to be. Like, the damage to safety ratio is really good. And basically what we're dealing with here is a ship that doesn't do anything close to a marauder, but instead of having to root yourself to the floor, instead we're left with a ship that can just leave at any time with a right-click jump to a Sino, right? So you can pretty much do these with impunity, and this is why people use stuff like marshals for this, actually. You know what I mean? Like, people actually use really expensive ships to do 10 out of 10 dead sights and stuff. It's pretty nuts. Like, full disclosure, this is obviously me just doing anomalies and stuff, but I have been doing unrated dead sights and some other stuff in low sec where there's less bubbles. But yeah, not gonna lie, it's been quite a trip using this to PvE with, rather. And I feel a lot less bad about not really using it to shoot players with, because I'm a little bit scared, and using it to shoot rats with. It's been pretty amazing. I've been having a lot of fun. You can see, like, obviously we severely out-tank this site, so this one's a bit trivial, but I thought the visuals would look nice. I don't want to turn off the UI for too long, though. Simple lessons in transversal. If you make something chase you, its transversal is going to go down. Completely regardless of other factors. You can literally just cloak in between waves with the blops. Right, I mean, you can do this with any ship, to be fair, but it's extra thematic with the blobs. So, like, if you see somebody pop up in your intel network you've hopefully built to support this blobs, you can simply finish the wave and cloak. You don't even have to warp off, and then you can navigate to the right spot, etc. Really enjoy it. Been having a really good time with this. And I think this is going to make me keep the blobs. I was thinking about hanging the blobs up after this episode. However, with the revelation I can rat with it, I think it's here to stay. I really like this. Just kidding. There's still more stuff. So something that I've been working on in the background for a while now, and if you have a good memory, you'll recall that I actually mentioned this many episodes ago. And that thing is my trader character, his Caldari standings I've worked on quite extensively. And you can see here that I have 7.35 with some social skill on Caldari State, which is the faction. Then we have 5.92 Caldari Corporation Navy. Caldari Navy Corporation, rather. So basically that is a ton of effort to get your standings that high from scratch. What I did to do it was, essentially, I did a couple missions, got my standings up to like 1 or 2, something like that. And then I did the dog tag missions, where I bought like 800 mil worth of dog tags and turned them in. A lot of them in. Then I realized I couldn't turn them all in, so I started looking at more ways, and I found the Cosmos missions, and I went crazy. I did every single Cosmos mission for Caldari. Except for the very last one. I think it's like 7.5, 8.5 standing. But the Cosmos missions were so cool. They were like old and outdated and janky, but man, they were really fun to like explore the old systems like contracts and, you know. It was actually a really positive experience. I really enjoyed it. It took a lot of effort and time, and in some cases I even had to like camp down time to beat some people that were farming the item I needed, that kind of thing. But yeah, I got my standings up, and along the way, those Cosmos missions, they paid me billions of ISK in rewards. Billions and billions and billions, like 4 billion worth of rewards. Granted, a lot of it was blueprints, which I didn't sell, but the bulk of that ISK comes from 2 implants you get from the Caldari missions, which are worth billions apiece. So if you've never heard of, never done Cosmos missions, anything, you might want to look into the rewards and see if it'd be worth your time. Now, you may be asking, why did I bother doing all this? What was the purpose, right? It's really simple, actually. When you buy something on the market, typically you're just, you know, giving that person ISK and getting the product back. But if you're going to rely on any type of orders, such as setting up a buy order like this or a sell order, you have to pay a broker's fee. All right, and you can reduce that broker's fee by going to a citadel like the TTC and Perimeter, the Keep Store, or you can level your skills, right? So broker relations, advanced broker relations, this kind of thing. But the last way to do it is to actually make the people who own the station, make them like you. So if we look at this station, it's owned by Caldari Navy, which is a member of Caldari State. So if you actually level up these 2 standings, the broker fee will go down. And you can get it all the way down so it matches the same as a Keep Star, right? So it's a very small efficiency. We probably won't see return on our investment here in terms of raw ISK for years, but the idea is to plan for the future. And I also had a really good time doing it, so overall, we get some pretty nice discounts at Jita now. I'm thrilled. So something else I want to talk about real quick is the idea of where we keep our characters and what they're doing, right? This whole time we've kind of kept our hauler inside of the wormhole that we live in. We started doing this because the hauler was the same character as the Orca pilot, right? It had to be there. And then we split them up and we kept the hauler in there just in case we had to evac. But now we live in the shadows, right? And I've realized we actually don't need to keep our hauler in the hole anymore, right? It's really cool. It doesn't really matter so much where you keep it, but keeping it in Jita has some serious advantages, in my opinion, if you can get away with keeping it there. The first is that you can always bring yourself what you need very quickly this way. You don't have to rely on Poshvin hauling first and having that long delay. I can sit in a Blockade Runner or Synesis or DST and bring items to my hull very quickly if my hauler is already staged here, right? Another thing that is helpful to have it staged here is that it's a skill farm, right? So these skills all get extracted and sold. So it's nice to have it in Jita so you don't have to make extra trips if you wait too long. The point of me highlighting all this is to say, you know, just because you do something now doesn't mean it's always going to be the right thing you should do forever, right? I mean, maybe that sounds a little bit obvious, but, you know, I had to really stop and think about what I was doing. Like, why am I bringing this hauler back to the hole? I knew why I was doing it before, but once I changed my strategy, this became a questionable decision to leave it in the hole. So, either way, this goes to show that you should be reevaluating everything you do whenever you make changes and seeing if it's still worthwhile. And if not, switch it up. Reap the rewards of critical thinking. Just saw Praxis, which is interesting, to say the least. Yeah, they're pretty good. They have a lot of kills. There's the Praxis again. There's an anathema. Oh, look at that. What the heck? It literally ran into me. What are the odds? Dude, it just decloaked me randomly. That's so weird. So I just thought this looked kind of cool. There's a guy from that alliance that we ran into a while ago. The Legion that was doing some hacking. Same alliance. And he just pulled a jump freighter into their system I'm watching. And I guess they just kind of YOLO the Sinos and put some fighters on it. I just thought that looked kind of neat. Right? Especially like this. I mean, come on. There you go. Look at the little fighter packs going around. Like birds. There it goes. Is it AFK? Ah, takes a second. I'm not like 1,000,000% sure what this dude's doing, but he's just kind of sitting here. Kind of hard to see with all the light, but he's just sitting here. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, what you up to, man? I honestly, like, don't even really care to kill this guy. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this guy. I don't even care. Somebody just joined local, so I'm gonna kind of peel out a little bit while I kill this venture. See if I can kill him before my scram wears off. There we go, we got him. Yeah, so low sec really does scare the hell out of me. Like, you see these rats just like show up. If I would have shot them or something, who knows what would have happened. Probably would have got tackled and died. Either way, my guy was doing low AFK mining, I guess. Dying to rats or something. Not sure. But Venture's gotta die, I guess, right? I'm pretty thirsty for some PvP, that's why I'm out here killing Ventures. I sat and camped for hours earlier and nobody ran into me. Alright, so here we have a thorax that is inexplicably just AFK here. Not sure what that's about. But we're about to drop some sentries on him and see if he responds to that. Yo, he doesn't react? It's pretty nuts, actually. Like, what is he doing? Oh, there he goes. Another one. Okay, so we have our Panther here. We have an unrated dead site here. And we're just gonna go tear through it and have some fun. Now to do this, you need other characters to watch yourself, right? So we have one here watching this gate. We're gonna zoom in until we can hear it. So we can hear it fire, and then we also have somebody watching a wormhole. We're gonna zoom in so we can hear it splash too. For me, it's really about finding an excuse to use the ship, and crucially, actually have a chance of getting something valuable out of it. And with these sites, you can always get some pretty decent loot, so you can also get expeditions, so we like them. Cool thing about plexes and stuff is, you know, for the most part it's gated, so like it's really little that could go wrong as long as you understand the mechanics and what your ship can do and everything. It's pretty safe, it's pretty chill. I have a really good time doing this. Would you pay over 1 billion ISK for an MTU that moved that fast? Okay, so there is an anathema here that was here. Huh. Okay. Where's this guy coming from? Okay. Alright, pandemic horde, high sec. Interesting. Alright, so we just left this system. We went to this system I'm in elsewhere. So I just saw him come into this system. So my question is, where is he gonna go? Because that's clearly where he came from. Okay, low sec. Came from low sec and he just went through 2 class 2s to find a high sec exit. Okay, and now he's landing here on the low sec. I have guys on all of these holes. This is pretty amazing. Okay, so he's gonna go through there. And I guess we'll just wait him out. See if he brings anything through here. This kind of looks like a move up or something. I'm gonna put my Eris on the hole right behind him. This is my main move that I do nowadays, is as soon as they go through, put the interdictor right on the hole right behind them and cloak it so they don't see it. What we'll do is we'll just sit here and wait and see if maybe he brings like a hauler through or something. Okay. I don't have eyes on the other side. Oh. Okay. Goes to the class 2. Alright, let's go. Give him some time, actually, first, before we go, now that I think about it. Let him appear on D-scan and then disappear. That way we know he went in. Okay, he went in. I'm just gonna go and follow him because I suspect he just went right to the gas site and we can catch him on the warp in, maybe? We just have to be kind of quick here. Look for the gas sites. There's probably a better way to do this, but... Okay, there's Baron. Sizable. Yeah, okay, he's here. Yeah, okay, just go. Alright? Yeah, just go. Let's see if this actually works. Kind of being risky here. Oh no, he's here. He's at 0. Oh my gosh, no way. We're gonna get a prospect. Bubbles down. And scrammed. I'm just gonna kill this guy right away. Because it's Horde, I don't know how many people are with him. I do have good eyes, but let's just kill him. Pod. The ship name was Tech 2. No loot. Tech 2 scoop, so I didn't anticipate much there. Okay. Prospect down. Pretty cool kill. Wait a second. Wait a second. Holy f... Okay, that's an Iteron. And another splash. I didn't even have eyes. Okay, this one's definitely gonna get away. Bump him one time, it'll stop his line. Go for another one. We might even get away with being able to kill him before he gets there, but let's bump him a second time to stun him. And then we'll go to the wormhole. And then give him a proper bump away from it, and then we'll finish him off. Although, yeah, we could kill him. Let's do it properly, though. There you go. What are these guys doing? I had no eyes. I had no idea what was going on. Oh, they were equipping a citadel. You're kidding me. Yep, he had implants too. Look at this stuff. Oh my god, look at all these ships. I wonder if... No, there's no way they brought them for me. It must have been for that building they were about to equip. In this episode, we got to see how ships can be boiled down to their utility and exploited by eager minds, right? We had a lot of fun early in the episode with vendor baiting, but watch out for next episode because we're going to be shaking that up a little bit. We got to see some really cool stuff like shattered decorative sites, ghost sites, and we even tied up a couple loose ends like our trader's standings, right? I'm having more fun playing Eve than ever before, actually, and I really hope that you are too. Just remember, if you're burned out, take a break. If you're inspired, step on the gas. And if you stop and smell the roses, everything in life is better. Thanks for watching. I really do actually appreciate you, and I hope to see you on the next one.